Alright, we're back. Hello, everyone. We're back with more Outer Wild. Outer World, sorry. I just got some bad news, and I have to deal with that. But we'll worry about that later. Alright, Ellie, we're going to sit you for a moment. We're going to bring in Felix. Wait, why am I leaving? I need to fly to Scylla. But, yeah. Harlow's base. Okay. This is an area of Scylla we haven't been to, at least, so there's that. Alright, let's go murder hobo our way through Harlow's base here. Journal. Friendships due. Okay, there we go. Well, still got a DLC to do as well, so outlaw, but
Hey, you. Looking for... Where do you think you're going?
Felix Millstone's with me. Through you if you push me. Easy, big guy. I'm just looking around.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you, then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through. Got my sights on. That machine stole my bitch.
Logs. Acquisition logs. Alright. Summary brought down salvage cargo, ransom crew. Getaway sticks, subversive literature. Summary brought down cargo, crew joined up. Freighter, werewolf, hull, engine parts. Summary brought down salvage cargo, crew jettisoned in escape pod. As usual, we were able to intercept these ships despite how cleverly they masked their heat signatures. Our patron pulled through again with that tracking data. Don't know how they got their hands on it, but we're in no position to refuse charity. True, I'm beginning to wonder about our patron. When we opened up our scanners and sniffed the system in our latest Wildcat, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter nearby. It was hauling 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through ordering us to go after the Wildcat instead. Something doesn't add up. Until I get answers, stay skeptical. Pirate Code 1. Harlow's the boss. 2. Fuck the board. 3. Why are you still reading, pig? Wake up. If you're seeing this, the board already owns you. You went looking for the rules. Why? Because life's a game to you? Because you like being played? You guzzle down the sense and security like it's a purple berry flavored opium? Fuck rules. And fuck terminals. It's not a revolution if we're using the weapons they raised against us time and time again from the front lines. Of the riots to the corporate sit-ins, and Document Pirates Code has an exceeded character limit. Okay.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
Well, this is awkward. I'll just let you two work this out. That's fine, I'll do my introductions. Miro, Harlow, Miro.
Captain has a sense of humor, Felix. Good. There's a time and place for humor. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He's been watching out for us just as much as we've been watching out for him. Felix's family, mister.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Tell me why we're here. How long is this gonna take? We've got places to be.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix, but neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
You want to put him through a test? Then allow me to know you. Felix is loyal to me. You expect me to just hand over my own group? Go fuck yourself.
I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old friend. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
I don't want to do any of that. What did Trask do to deserve death?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
We get rid of this traitor for you and I'm in? I mean, assuming I want in.
We're building a new world together, Felix. You'll want in. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
Sorry, guys. How old do you know, Felix?
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you'd never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with? Let's hear it.
You said you were working on something big. Felix tells me to disappeared one day.
I was working on this plan for years, saving every bit I could, drawing plans, biding my time. I never intended to spend my life laboring on the Groundbreaker. When the opportunity presented itself, I did what I had to do. I left.
You might have said something.
I had some ugly business in Scylla. If I told you, I would have implicated you.
You want to elaborate on that?
Hephaestus controlled mining operations all over Scylla. Most of these operations failed. The company pulled out and abandoned their facilities. Mostly abandoned anyway. This one was running on a skeleton crew. My associates and I seized control in a matter of minutes.
You said you were working on something big. What was it?
A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight.
Sounds like you got a plan to overthrow the board.
Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
Okay. That's all for me. I don't know if I'm gonna kill this guy, but I'll at least convince him to give me his ring. Anywho. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I got some bad news related to my raid group, so I gotta try and figure out how to mitigate that, and... not great. Better go to the groundbreaker. I mean, that
Destination reached.
he
The
is at the
groundbreaker.
heart of it, but it's not entirely her fault this time. This time. Rosanna.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly.
You mind trying to have a moment here?
No, you're not. I'm looking for a guy named Rufus Trask. I'm totally living. Are you Rosanna Trask?
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm totally, he lived around here.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Sure, Harlow's emblem. If you know where Trask is, you want to tell me. I'm on the level. You can ask Jinlei about me.
That's Harlow's mark, no mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Not on my account.
I'm not going to lay a finger on Trask.
We're not? Oh, right, yeah. We're non-violent sorts. Real diplomatic.
All right, you made your
Yeah, that was
point.
really convincing. Thank you.
Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know. Please, just make it quick.
Okay. You and Trask split up? How much do you know about Harlow? Harlow tells me Trask betrayed him. Do you know anything about that?
Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order.
Okay. He didn't tell you anything about Harlow?
No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess. Little late for that, says I.
Okay. How much can you tell me about Harlow?
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
Oh. Sounds familiar, Felix.
He must have been recruiting. Gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
That's the plan.
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
That's all I want to know. I'll leave you.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
Alright, back to Emerald Vale, where I ended up doing good for the colony. What? Oh yeah, I can't teleport. Travel near hostilities. There's hostiles near me? I guess the board hates me, so... makes some sense. You guys all said that it was bad. Titus Androidicus has to be a reference to Titus Andromedon, right? Their role in Kimmy Schmidt was so good. Plus, the song Boobs in California would not be the same with anybody else. I get you like boobs in California?
Here they come! All together!
Don't mess with the best. Whoa, that's the last of him.
Damn it, he turned around before I could shoot him in the asshole. So I guess I have to settle for shooting him in the face.
Right, here we go.
I got boobs in California stuck in my head. Not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, if you got time and the ability, look up boobs in California. Kimmy Schmidt. Because it's good. Hey gentlemen, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey guys. You look like a Rufus.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
I mean, you requested it. That's right. Harlow said you betrayed him. What makes you think I work for Harlow? Your wife told me where to find you.
Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying.
Yeah? Why did you betray Harlow? Harlow wants your ring as proof of your death. That's all I'm after.
Harlow wants my ring? Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. A ring's a lot easier to lose than a hand. How do I know that I can trust you?
What's the worst that could happen? Harlow sends a stranger with a gun after you? If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him.
Don't worry, I don't trust him.
I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset.
Be
A
honest with it.
2-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
I don't really care. You're asking me to take you for your word. Show me some evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Here there is. You're looking at her.
Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest.
Oh, freelancer.
I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
Okay. Why would the board... what was the Harlow doing for the board?
Board sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured.
Makes sense.
If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
Why would the board buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy, and that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
Just so you know, Boobs in California
made up your
isn't
mind.
strictly NSFU. I'm not gonna kill you, Trask, but I am gonna ask you for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Take care. Alright. Can't fast travel there? Oh, it's probably because I was jumping, right? Yeah. Turn to Harlow with Felix. Let's go get the evidence first. Alright, back to Scylla. Yeah, so Boobs in California is a song. It doesn't have like any negative imagery or anything like that. It's just... So the story is Titus Andromeda and Kimmy. Kimmy gets a she stays at his place, like she rents out a room in his place, and he's like a singer, actor, freelance worker in that type of field, and this guy contacts him to get him to sing various songs that are like his passion, I guess. And one of the songs he gets Titus to sing is Boobs in California. And as a gay man, Titus is all like, not looking forward to singing about boobs in California, but it's so good. All right, Felix, let's go deal with Harlow, I guess.
What's the word?
Okay, just settle. Let's tell him he's dead first.
So it is. Thus ends Rufus Trask. Once a sensible man, by and by a fool, presently a corpse. I hope you never have to discover what it is like, Captain. The relief one feels when a mutiny comes to an end.
Trask had some things to say about you, and I've got my own misgivings.
That's something that you've been working for the board. Never mind that, Felix. Trask was just telling it, you know.
That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand?
It's really concerning the moment somebody's like, do you have evidence to support that? Well, that's usually evidence.
Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for.
When we met, you told me Trask was an informant for the board. You were lying.
You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face.
I mean, don't argue with you. Trask was right. You deserve to die. Come on, Harlow. Why would Trask rat you out to your own employers?
How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me.
He didn't
I
answer
don't
that.
know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
You get to die, I guess. I wasn't gonna kill him, like, just outright. I was actually going to give him a chance to live.
That's the last of them.
But he raises a good point, though. Why would he report, like, why would Trask report him to the board when he works for the board, because then the board's gonna be like, hey, that guy knows you work for us, kill him. Which is presumably... Hey. This guy just looks like he fell asleep. All right.
What? I think I heard something.
Oh, that's the last of him.
Sorry, Volker, you had to go. Sorry, construction mechanical. Apparently you weren't aggro and you had to go. I assume I gotta talk to Felix now. I assume his uprising wasn't gonna go well if he murdered them all in 10 seconds. That, I walked right into their midst before doing it, so it's not like I sniped them all from a fucking distance either.
Young Millstone.
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end.
No, it's fine, he's dead.
The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think.
You never really know what's coming on, going on in somebody's skull.
No. I guess you really don't. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me.
I understand why you're upset. You feel like he betrayed you.
Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get over that.
No pass, give it time. Get drunk for a sec. Cry me a river.
I hope so. I don't see this one passing anytime soon. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. I don't know what I believe anymore. Maybe it's better that way. Thanks for your time, boss.
Okay, so Felix's story was somewhat interesting. You're dealing with Revolution, but his story arc was really short compared to everyone else's. Let's go. Engineering. And leadership. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably it. But even then, like, his story still feels really short compared to the others. Like, Pravarti had me going all over the fucking universe to get her stuff. His was just go here, 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 done. I guess Ellie's was really short too. Okay, we're gonna take a break, guys. We still got like an hour roughly left to stream, so we're going to go see if we're reaching the point of no return. If we are at the point of no return, then we're going to go and why do I need to pick the lock? Okay. Anyway, if we are at the point of no return, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop over to sorry about that. Anyway, we're gonna hop over to the DLC and do that instead. So, I don't know how long this DLC is, but chances are we're not going to be finishing this today. Tomorrow, if my brother doesn't come over, we're going to be streaming tomorrow as well. So, be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.